Hi, I'm Mark Smith, and I like to stalk birds and take their photos and take videos of them as well. This is kind of a scaled down version of what's in my bag, but I'm also gonna show you some really cool tips and tricks that you can do with some of the Sony gear that's in my bag. A lot of goodies in here. I gotta have a hat. Sun protection is really important to me. I have some gloves too to keep the sun off of the backs of my hands. But the gear, I would say my main piece of equipment for 90% of what I do is the 200 to 600 lens. It's invaluable to me and what I do, especially when it comes to capturing video of birds. I don't really think there's anything else like it on the market, and I have it on right now on the A1 Mark II. I find the A1 Mark II to be a little bit more advanced than the A1 with autofocus, I would say, acquisition and tracking. So I have the A1 Mark II on the 200 to 600. For stills, I would probably mostly be using my 600 F4, and then I would have my older A1 on a 70 to 200 2.8, which is an amazing lens if you can get close enough to the wildlife. And then I also brought a 16 to 35 F4 with the idea of maybe doing some vlogging on one of these cameras kind of handheld. And then of course I have batteries, and this little shotgun mic is amazing. This goes right in the hot shoe of the Sony cameras and gets really good audio quality. Is a lot of times when you're capturing these animals, you can't actually get the audio while you're doing it. And so I might use this to just capture ambient noise or wildlife to add it in post for a nice effect. So this is kind of a lightweight, scaled down kit that I would bring with me on a trip like condo trip. I think the main thing that I would be missing from this kit is my big 600 F4. I really love that lens, but I didn't anticipate like a lot of bird activity here, so I didn't bring it. The image quality on the 600 F4 is, I've never really seen anything quite like it. And when you pair it with the high resolution sensor that you have on the A1 or the A1 Mark II, you can really capture a lot of fine detail at great distances, which is amazing. The 200 to 600 though, I would say this is my sole video capture beast. This has become my most used tool in my bag, specifically for capturing video of fast-moving birds like ospreys diving into the water, or eagles, sometimes going over 50 or 60 miles an hour. The ability to kind of find them in the viewfinder at 200 and actually handhold this lens, because to me it's light and it's extremely well balanced, so I can hold this for hours at a time. But the ability to grab them at 200 at a distance and then slowly change the focal length to 600 without kind of jarring or changing any of this, to me was a game changer. It allowed me to do things that I could not do prior. It was such a cool process, because as I was doing all of this with the video, I was learning more about my subject, which was initially what got me into photography anyway. And as I started to film these guys, I was shooting a lot of 1080p 240 as a test. If you're shooting at 1080p 240, the camera renders it in slow motion, so the output file that you get out of the camera is already slowed down. If you can imagine, and an osprey is coming into the water, diving at like 50 miles an hour, and then they disappear, and then they come out of the water with a fish. It's all in a blink of an eye. But when you slow it down and put it under like 8 times slow motion, it's like you have this time dilation. I learned all of these like subtle little signals that the birds were making that I could then translate back into real time. I would watch these videos back, I would overpan like a second long, and I'd kind of be yelling at my screen, pan up, because it was now like exposing all of these flaws that I had in my technique and in my ability to track these birds. Doing that, I was able to see where I was making mistakes and say, okay, I need to practice somehow watching these animals and stopping when they stop. I did that for about 6 or 7 months, just straight. Every day I would go out and I would shoot video. After I did that, I decided to go back and try stills again. So I picked up my big 600 F4, and all of these hard shots with ospreys diving in, everybody wants to get the moment before they hit the water with the talons locked out. I got it every single time because I had built up all of this muscle memory from tracking the birds, and I was also able to stop when they stopped. I was able to capture things nobody had seen before simply because of this lens and I would say kind of my obsession to do it over and over again. When I'm shooting these fast-moving birds, I shoot with both eyes open. It's crucial when these animals are coming down really quickly and there's gonna be some type of obstruction, be it water or weeds or a tree, that you know to stop when you're doing that. So if you can keep one eye open, it takes a little bit of training, kind of follow the animal down, and you're maintaining an awareness in your peripheral vision of when this obstacle might come into play. So for ospreys, a lot of times that's the water line, because when they hit the water, I wanna be able to stop with them. And as long as I have this eye open, I can see the horizon coming where that water line is, and I can know to stop my panning in time and keep them in frame the entire time. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it inspirational and you picked up a few tips. If you want to see more of what I do, you can find me on all the social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. You can find me under Mark Smith Photography. Again, thanks.